There are a lot of players like a laser who shit on everyone because CV is balanced based on the bottom percentile. No, Eraser doesn't shit on everyone because CVs are balanced to the bottom percentile. That's not correct. But here's something else you have to think of, Fomero. And this is honest. Eraser is 1% of the player base. Might even be less than that. Might be 0.1% of the player base. So out of 1,000 matches, you might see him 5 times, 10 times, maybe. Does it matter if 10 times out of 1,000 games that you play, you go up against a super unicum that's so fucking good he just dominates the match and oh well, fuck, I guess we lost this one. When you can play 9,990 matches where you don't give a shit about it. Like, realistically, when does that begin to matter? The fact that he is such an outlier, or other super unicums, 1%, 4%, 5% of the population, it's such a small ass fucking number. If you go into a competitive scene and you're in Storm, you're not facing super unicum CVs. They don't exist for you. They're off in Hurricane, they're off in Typhoon, they're doing shit up there. You're doing you. You're not facing those skill level of player. You don't have to worry about that shit because it's not even something you're going to come into contact with. In randoms, you might. Maybe you lose that game, or maybe the super unicum's on your team. You win that game. Who gives a shit? You play again. It's not about, well, the system is fundamentally flawed and somebody that knows what they're doing can simply overtake everything and then they automatically win and this is inherently unfair and this is terrible and wrong and broken and fucked and you should remove everything because, it's just terrible, it's gone. No, be realistic about it. The majority of the player base is the majority of the player base, and the majority of the player base is not God and a CV. The majority of the player base does not dodge all the fucking flak. We hit flak. Even Eraser hits flak. You watch his videos. He hits flak. The realistic nature of it is you have to design for the 9,000 people that play the game, not for the 50 that just really, really fucking like it. That's just the reality of game design. That's how this shit works.